Hey guys, GM King here, and welcome to our fourth episode of Nightmares in Navajo. This episode of Vampire the Masquerade is a little interesting, a little fun, some interesting details, definitely some things to remember for sure. At least I think so. Um, Only recording this the day after session, so obviously I don't know, but it's getting interesting, certainly picking up. But thank you for joining us for our fourth episode this time around. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified of future episodes as they come out. And without further ado, episode 4 of Nightmares in Navajo, Vampire the Masquerade.
Cool.
All right, fun.
Just letting you know, we can start
Wanna
whenever.
give me.
Record
Let's
them
start
hoes.
with a. I'm gonna keep eating, but can someone give us a recap of what happened last session in
Ooh.
graphic detail, if possible?
We got absolutely cooked. That's what happened.
Fair representation of what happened.
Yeah. For more detail, we were like, the Scourge, freaking Oldari Justice. That was his name. Yeah, the Scourge. He was the Scourge. Yeah, he was like, "Hey, we gotta go find Goshevin's sire because we can't have, this new vampire running around like uncatalogued. Basically, is like the best way I can think to put it. Like we like this is under control. Like we can't just
Legally
have
making vampires.
Yeah, we can't just have willy-nilly vampire making going on. So we gotta find like who your sire is. And Dari was really strong, so we're like, well, we don't really have a choice. So we are gonna help you go and look for the sire. And with enough good searching, we were able to find like the location where we're like near the location where Goshevin had been turned. And we're like, let's search around there because vampire should be in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ended up being in the ground, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Goshevin, like, freaking Spidey sense was like, oh my gosh, he's under the ground. And, like, reached down and, like, grabbed him with his, like, super claws.
With like a crit and like 9 successes. You barely managed to see him.
Insanely good roll. Yeah. And so you ripped him out of the ground, and then he got up and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm literally God. And started ripping us to shreds.
Basically.
Without any effort whatsoever. And the Scourge, who we thought was a beast, was just not tanky enough, and he got ripped to shreds. However...
Literally ripped in half.
Yeah, literally ripped in half, and then Diablo-ried. However, my quick wit and my, powerful sense of self-preservation kept us from getting entirely obliterated, because I convinced him to not kill us as long as he got to kill the Scourge. So...
Which felt almost like a win-win. I felt like that was a win-win situation.
Yeah, I think that is a bit of a win-win.
As much as I would never tell that to the Scourge's face, he's dead. So
yeah, he's dead and he's not bothering us.
I feel like I felt like it was a win-win situation.
Yeah, and frankly, I feel like I'd rather deal with Goshevin's sire than I would with the Scourge.
I don't know. So I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see how that goes.
But we were in the middle of combat, and he was willing to like stop and like talk to us, whereas the Scourge was like so ready to kill Goshevin. So yeah, it's not much better, but it is like better in a way.
Yeah, it feels like my sire doesn't really want to kill me, so.
Yeah.
Even though I like bit him.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you bit him that hard, to be fair.
I stabbed him. My bite didn't go through last session.
That's right. Oh, and I tried to paralyze him multiple times with my scorpion touch. So.
And then he was just like, guess what? I can secrete my blood out of my body.
Just gushed it out. He just squeezed and it came out. So yeah. So basically we were cooked if we tried to win that fight.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It was possible if the Scourge rolled better.
Yeah, if the Scourge didn't
The
drop the ball.
Scourge did roll just short of enough.
Yeah, that's true. I
Um,
guess if maybe we were able to help him a little bit more, we could have made it work, but
Yeah, maybe.
You guys
Yeah.
did kind of like immediately give up on trying to kill him. Um,
for good reason, to be fair.
Yeah. For solid reasoning.
there was good reason.
Yeah.
There
Saw how tough
were
he was.
a lot of different ways that could have happened, but the way it did happen,
Yeah.
we have a dead Scourge and a Diablo Rising Sire.
Yeah. And the
Um,
Scourge is was like the toughest guy in town, probably. So
he's kind of like the personal sheriff of the
Of the prince.
Like the
Yeah.
prince basically was like, I'm gonna have you do all the things so that the sheriff doesn't have to, when I have like my own personal things that I want done. Because the sheriff
Yeah.
has some leeway and like I have a lot of
Mhm.
things I need to get to. And sometimes tries to brush off even the prince.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't really happen, but he tries his best.
Mhm.
That's why the Scourge is here, because there were a lot more jobs than one person can do. They
Yeah.
went, here,
And I
you're
guess
knighted.
the prince and the primogen, like, they're tough, but they got their own things to do, so
They're running like the whole res, basically.
yeah. So
Um,
they need someone to
if this
do
becomes a
stuff.
larger issue, they themselves will need to step in.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
for
Let's
now,
hope it doesn't get to that point.
we'll see.
Yeah. It's
We'll
kind
see.
of already there though.
Picking up where we left off, though, we left off, the jacket thrown to the side, each of you in your own pained ways, sitting there. Jiraiya blood soaked on very little willpower left.
Same.
Yeah, same.
He kind of looks down at you two and wanted to talk. And for a moment, you see the like battle ready like exterior kind of slumps for a moment, and you watch the very bestial form that you had seen rising from the ground almost relax to where it's more of a hunched over, maybe 6'5". But you still large. The eyes are still kind of red gleam to them, but it's less of a predator hunting you, and it turns almost human-like. Red pupils. This figure, you see the like fur and claws almost begin to not shake off, but like retract,
Recede? Yeah.
recede. You see, as it kind of comes down, still a large man and still imposing, but you see a man, less beast, with this kind of dark matted hair that goes, now you can see hidden beneath the fur, you see two long braids that come down the back of the head. You see fangs, as well as you see the wound that he had healed. You see it kind of there. You see like the last bits of it kind of recede back as you see an extremely muscular man, very clearly of Navajo descent. Kind of wide shoulders. Looks very toned throughoutward. As he kind of looks at you two. I am Jiraiya Bloodsoaked. Your sire. You, and turns to Goshevin, are of my lineage. I have no reason to kill you. You have not given me one. However, and he turns to Mikhail. You are strange, older but younger, unwise but long in year. Give me a
Very
reason I
true.
shouldn't kill you now.
Oh. Fetch, what do I say? Well, good Jiraiya. I am a good friend of your sired one here, Koshevin. I've been trying to teach him the ins and outs of being one of us, and I would like to continue to do that, if possible. I mean no threat to you. You can understand being surprised and reacting to defend yourself without thinking too hard about it, I'm sure. But I must admit, the Scourge was a bit of a thorn in my side, and you've gotten rid of him, so I would say you've done me a favor. And, I figure now we can, leave it at that. No reason to spill any more blood unnecessarily.
I will accept your boon. A teacher you speak of.
Yes.
You teach of which arts, of which clan, of which history?
Well, I am of the Banu Hakim. I know that as a gangrel, mine and Goshevin's talents do not overlap the most, but I know the ways of teaching him safe ways to get a hold of blood and to uphold the masquerade at the same time. The necessity of finding a safe place to stay throughout the day and how to act among humans during the night.
The
I hope that,
basics.
yes, the basics, of course. And, well, we hoped by finding you that you might be able to fill the rest of what I might be lacking as a teacher.
This is the reason you came.
Well,
To find me tonight.
yes, you see, the Scourge who you devoured there, he threatened to kill Goshevin if we could not find you, so we didn't really have a choice, considering that I would hesitate to openly confront the Scourge, in the middle of Elysium where we were, you see, and so we figured as the best way to preserve Goshevin's life as long as we could manage was to hopefully seek you out. That if we cooperated with the Scourge, she would be less likely to kill him. And I've grown rather fond of him. I wanted to step in as well and see if I could preserve his life.
He looks you up and down for a bit. I feel no ire from you towards my child. That I will reward I do have a few questions. You speak of Elysium. How are
That is
you
correct.
affiliated?
Well, I am affiliated as much as one must be to make it by. We came to this Elysium running from Inquisition hunters back in my homeland, and frankly, this Elysium offered the secrecy and protection I and a friend of my sire's needed in order to continue our secrecy.
And if Elysium burned, would you protect it? Or would you protect the people in it?
Oh gosh. Well, my sire's friend, Kagan, who brought me here, I would rather he not die, but I would willingly trade his life for the rest of Elysium if I needed to.
And Kagan, within his right, holds a title? Or no, such as yourself?
Oh, does Kagan hold title? He's the oh
The Keeper of Elysium.
the keep. Oh frick, that's right. um, well, Kagan is the keeper of Elysium here, but I am sure, if necessary, he could be convinced to turn his eyes away if necessary, if it meant preserving my and his life. We've been through a lot, so it, it would be nice to not. It would be nice to keep the peace, but if necessary, then we would not be willing to stand in the way of anyone who would destroy Elysium at the cost of our own lives. I do have a family to care about, after all, you see.
That was a stupid move, in my opinion, but I guess
It's fine. That's all. Don't know where they are, who they are.
I'm sure he can
Mortal
find out.
family
That's true.
or children of the night.
Sorry, say it
Mortal
again.
family or
Oh.
children.
Maybe this was a bad idea. Both, I guess you could say. I consider Kagan my family.
You have sired others.
Yeah.
He says in a really southern accent.
Yeah. Sweet home Alabama. No.
Different connotation.
Different connotation, yeah. Yes.
Perhaps it would be good for them to live. But if they must die, they must.
Well,
You are connected to a man of the Camarilla, a keeper of Elysium, close as family blood ties can be, I would assume. You, therefore, are connected to a hierarchy, one that poisons the minds and uses and abuses those far beneath them. Kaitif, thin blood, later generation in general. They abuse their power, claiming others. I have
Well,
broken free, and so shall you.
Is my sire an anarch?
probably. Well, you must understand. I am not the biggest fan of hierarchy either. You know, it was more something I was born into, and I haven't really had a choice. I am Jewish, after all. We're not a big fan of hierarchies, among our faith. So I understand where you're coming from.
I am unfamiliar with the Jews. I have heard the term, but
A religion of from back east.
I do not care.
It's fine by me. I just was letting you know my opinion on hierarchies. That is all.
I will be taking Gosheven, my child.
I
You are able to come with us. At a cost, I will require your cooperation.
Um, I would not want to intrude on father-son time, should we call it?
He
You
will be
know.
meeting his brethren, his sisters, the others whom I have sired.
let's go. I had
I have killed
siblings.
many.
Yes, yes, that is a. I would not want to intrude on such a family gathering. I do not know if I would. You know, it is. I'm afraid I would not belong. You know what I mean?
You are not alone in those not connected to my blood, to our blood. There are others who I have brought into our fold. This can be arranged. I ask that you spend the night tonight. I insist.
Yes, yes, Goshevin.
Is this the point where I talk about the permission?
Oh,
A
I think you.
primogen.
Oh, yes.
He, I feel it is worth mentioning. Um,
You've mentioned it already, so too late.
I feel it is worth mentioning. Sire, sir, uh, I was claimed by someone called a primogen. I, I do not know what this means.
A
I
non-holy.
tried to explain it, but he was not good at understanding.
A primogen is a poison. A being of power seeking to claim what is not rightfully theirs. One who extends their power far beyond the reach and influence they deserve. I will deal with this primogen in time. Do not worry.
I was just making sure that was not a problem. I thought that was it.
Don't worry.
Oh.
And he puts a hand like on your shoulder, and you feel like the calloused hands of a killer. And he just looks you dead in the eyes. My child, I will free you from these bonds. I will free all of them from the bonds of the princedom of this royalty, we will begin again, stronger. Do you trust me in this?
Yeah, we're engaging in a coup. Love to see it. Um,
I don't like this.
does Goshevin trust Jiraiya Bloodsoaked, and how honest is he about that?
I will allow you, if you would like,
I
to roll.
I was gonna say, I just realized I don't have my dice.
This would
goober.
be Wits Insight.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh, that's gonna be 2. Or maybe 1.
I'm not gonna lie, you might be right. Would you say it was? What's what?
Wits Insight.
It's 3.
Fetch.
So,
Okay, 3, there you go.
So it's better than 2, objectively.
It's better than 2. Yeah. But against the guy who has like 15 freaking discipline points.
Well, this is more like this is more like, do I trust him rather than like
I guess that's true. More like
him deceiving.
It's mostly up to you. You can roll. I will tell you, you will need a crit to succeed.
Well, I think as long as I don't bestial failure, you know, we're fine. He says about to bestial failure.
Would you like to come home with me? Goes insane. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I feel like he'd realize that the beast is taking over, and he'd deal with it. Like he gets it.
Yeah,
you know?
I'd like to use that as a chance to run.
Get the heck out of Dodge.
I have my unseen passage obfuscate now, where even when I'm moving, only mechanical or supernatural means can detect me.
Well, he has supernatural means, I guarantee you that.
He probably does, but you know.
I will say you don't have to roll. If you don't want to roll and risk it, you can just take what you heard and make any assumptions that you would want.
I have only
go
one.
Big or go home.
I was gonna say I only have 1 hunger. This isn't that bad. Fetch.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
He doesn't have the willpower to re-roll.
No, I don't. But I got 3 successes, so that's not a crit. But
it's not enough, probably.
No, hence, he said I needed. He said I needed to crit to succeed, but I got 3 successes.
3 successes. He doesn't want to hurt you. Like that's.
But he does want to overthrow the vampire government.
Yes.
Of the region.
This is true.
Yeah.
Does Goshevin understand that that's what he wants to? I feel like he does. He understands government to a degree.
Man,
there's
my lessons just went over your head.
Probably. I've unfortunately made Goshevin very stupid.
Yeah, you have.
and that's also reflected in his stats.
Yes, it is.
Well, to be fair, I mean, he has 2 in intelligence and wits. Like, it's not that bad, but like 2 isn't that bad. I think it's like just average. I think 2 is 2 average or is 1 average.
I feel like 1 is probably average, right? And then 2's like.
Average is 2.
Oh, 2 is average.
Yeah, 2 is average. 1 is below average. So you always have like that below average stat, and then like 0 is like nothing. 1 is like below average. 2 is average. 3 is like you've got solid knowledge or skills, and then 4 is like above and beyond, and 5 is you are the best of the best.
Dang. Yeah. So I'm a witty man.
I'm strong and dexterous, and I have a lot of stamina.
Of course you do.
Okay.
You can go all night long.
I trust your skills, father, sire, whatever I should call you.
You may call me Jiraiya, for that is what many will know me by.
Then, Jiraiya, I shall trust you.
Good.
Oh.
And you, small one, what are you called?
You just call me small one? I'm like 6'8". I'm huge.
That is Michael.
That's mean. I am Mikael.
Michael.
Mikael. Don't call me Michael, please. It's Mikael.
It's the
It
same
is a
thing.
pleasure to meet one such as you who has taken in my child. For that, I am grateful. I do insist you come with us. There shall be a reunion.
I thank you for the invite, but I do have some people waiting on me that I would like to not worry about my whereabouts. I'm sure you can understand.
Roll me a manipulation persuasion.
Manipulation persuasion, that is 2.
You will need a crit.
Oh gosh.
I also have
I
it
don't
too.
like this. Yeah, I have 0 persuasion, 2 manipulation.
So you basically need to roll
Yeah.
2 10s,
Okay.
which technically would count as a messy crit because
Yeah.
one of them will be hunger die.
Oh, you're
This
right.
is
I'm
true.
still at 1 hunger, right? No, I'm at 2 hunger.
Oh, they're both hunger die. That's hilarious.
Guys, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I got 1 success. Oh.
As long as one of them wasn't a 1, you're okay.
Yeah.
He looks you up and down. I do insist you come. The others
I have no
can
choice.
wait for a day. You will return tomorrow. Do not worry.
Come with
Come.
us, Michael. Come on, Michael. Come on.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll go.
Um,
I hate this.
he is going to take you both. You walk for a while, maybe 30 minutes or so, until you reach a looks like a smaller mesa, with kind of these caves kind of put into it. Out front, you see a bunch of teepees that have been set up. And as you kind of walk in, looking around, you see probably 15, 20 people. Many of them have differing states of gangrel-like features. Not all of them, maybe 8 or 9. But kind of a mismatch of a bunch of different people. One of them kind of runs up. You see a kind of wiry looking
Little
Navajo
fella.
who he kind of runs up, kind of got this shaggy black hair, runs up to you guys. You see Jiraiya kind of reaches out a hand and shakes the hand. The other person turns to you too. Hello? It's good to see new faces. What is your names?
I am go chef and shake his hand.
Takes it, shakes it.
And I am Mikael.
Are
And
you
Yeah.
my brother?
I will wave. I won't shake his hand.
I am not quite related to you by blood. I am one that has been brought in. I am Utha, the starseer of our meager camp.
What discipline is he? I have sensed the beast.
What discipline or clan? What are you looking for?
Clan?
Clan. He is a Tremere.
I don't actually know if that ability lets me do that, but
Sense the beast
that's fun.
freaks out. Let me check something real quick.
I can also get a notice of his nature, hunger, and resonance.
You immediately roll me a resolve and animalism check because it is contested.
Okay. Animalism or animal can? Oh no, animalism. I see.
How many? It's how many points in animalism? Yeah.
Okay, I have 4. Because I don't have a ton of.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's a tree.
3. For him,
Composure subterfuge.
yes. For him, that would be.
Assuming he cares enough to hide it, I guess.
Yeah. For him, you notice he is not hungry at all, actually.
Oh, that's good.
Surprisingly, and he is.
So just recently.
You get pretty heavy blood magic Tremere vibes from him.
Soul fire.
Hey,
They're capable
you
of
like blood sorcery?
they're capable of soul fire, which is really, really
Okay,
bad.
I will say Soulfire is very, very rare.
Oh,
That's
okay. That
like
was just that one
fifth
Chronicle we
tier.
played.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're to have access to Soulfire, you need to have like 5th level blood sorcery abilities.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like that's maxed out stuff. You sense everyone in camp. As well with that. Which I'm gonna make a general check for all of them. Okay. Throughout the camp, you immediately sense very little hunger.
Wow.
Most of the people in camp are very well fed. You also would notice. I don't know. Does it specify that it shows you which clan they're in?
It doesn't. It just says nature, hunger, and resonance. That's what it's telling me, at least on the app.
Okay.
What's the discipline?
Since the Beast VTM, I'm looking it up. I don't know if it's gonna give me it.
Okay,
What I want out of this.
It might tell you. Sometimes the wiki has more information.
It's an animalism.
Yeah, sometimes it has more information on the wiki than in the app.
Sense hostility and supernatural traits.
Okay, yeah.
It's
resolve plus animalism.
What I would say is it's less of you can be like, oh, that's what clan it is, and it's more of here are some of the disciplines they may have.
Okay.
Which let me look something up. You notice a lot of Protean
Makes sense.
throughout. A little bit of fortitude, animalism
Mm-hmm.
is spread throughout.
Speaking of animalism, I need my
Um,
next knight.
you would notice from the person in front of you, very high blood sorcery.
Mm-hmm. This is Tremere.
What else would he have? Um, Auspex is pretty high.
Okay.
You would notice a few people with obfuscate, kind of this darker side of the camp.
Mm-hmm.
You notice kind of these like shadows that almost seem to weave throughout the camp. And one that you've never had any chance to interact with that just feels wrong. And you can't quite name it.
Just feels.
It just feels off. Yeah, it feels like from your very soul, it just feels like off.
Interesting.
Where it's not quite what you have grown accustomed to over the last little while.
Interesting. Also, does that take a rouse check? Probably.
I don't think it does actually.
That's interesting.
Surprisingly enough. Costs free.
Sick. We love free abilities.
Yeah. Like you have to roll for it, but that's about it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you notice like a lot of similar traits to your own, and similar to Mikhail. Kind of that Auspex blood sorcery type vibe.
Gotcha.
Sick nasty.
But he kind of looks at you two. Welcome to the camp. We'll want to have the. Well, go, Shevin, you are. Child, I would assume, of our leader.
I am.
Mhm.
Mikhail, you are of a different clan, I would presume.
Yes, I am indeed.
And what clan do you hail from?
I am of the Banu Hakim.
Hmm. Perhaps we can find use for you then. I will find use for you.
Ew.
He like bows very, very respectfully to Jiraiya, and then kind of looks up and just says, "I will prepare everything needed for these guests." And you see Jiraiya kind of like looks down for a moment. Prepare the bowl. It will be needed.
I don't
And
like
he
the
like
sound of the
nods
bowl.
again.
Uh,
And you see him like scrambles off, and you see kind of in each of these little teepees, eyes watching you. Some like predators, some like curious prey, watching and seeing who has just entered the camp.
Well, I'm with Dad, so it's okay.
Jiraiya walks forward, just fully embracing, just like I'm home type vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Still imposing, but less, forcefully.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he, when he walks Mikhail, you would notice, with your kind of military background, he walks like a general, like a commander, someone who is like ready for war.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
gosh. So Jiraiya is ready to. Okay.
he kind of motions for you two to follow, and takes you to kind of the center of this kind of group, where you see there, and both of you begin to flinch a little as you see a bonfire, large
Hmm.
and imposing.
Oh god.
Fire is bad.
It takes like a moment of like, I don't want to get closer to this. um, fire is really bad for vampires. It is
Yeah.
one of the things that's just not okay. Jiraiya kind of sits maybe 15, 20 feet from it. As you see, like, there's a big old ring of chairs. Sit, please.
Is it possible to sit further away from the fire than he is?
Yeah.
You can scoot a couple of chairs backwards.
Sure. Fire not
How
nice.
far from the fire do you go?
Gosh, as far as I can.
Solid distance. My brain's trying
I'll
to
sit next
imagine
to
what
Goshevin, like wherever he goes.
I'm trying to think how far is far enough. 15, 20
He's about
feet.
20 feet from
20
it.
feet actually isn't
Yeah.
that bad. From the
It's
fire.
like you can see it and then like you feel uncomfy, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I need to roll a fear frenzy.
Yeah. 20
Yeah.
feet's not that bad.
Sit next to Dad.
Sit next to Dad.
Ew.
Where what side are you sitting from him? From Jiraiya.
His left. I feel like it's disrespectful to sit on his right, and I don't know why.
Okay.
And I'll sit to
sit
the
on the
left
left
of
side.
Goshevin.
Okay. Looking around. You sit for maybe, it's not too late into the day or into the night. Maybe midnight-ish. If I remember correctly from last session. You kind of sit and you see people coming out and sitting on stumps of their own. To the right of Jiraiya, you see the Tremere. Kind of sitting there. Mikhail, you see him like tinkering with something. This like deep red liquid. You would immediately recognize it as blood sorcery.
Of course. Yeah.
He moves it almost like effortlessly, as if it was just like a toy that he's just messing with. Jiraiya stands there just sits there like motionless, waiting for everyone to arrive. As you sit around, you start to see people come out. You see some of Navajo descent, some of many different descents, actually. Some scrawny, some bigger. You notice the ones that seem to be of gangrel descent kind of spread throughout the circle. Some look tattered. None of them look scared, though. They all look almost at ease, even looking at this fire. to the left of you, Mikhail, you notice a woman who sits down, kind of this big, like, it looks like a bison pelt, like wrapped around her, and she like sits down next to you, younger, maybe 35-ish, and she has like this sharpened wooden spear at her side, and she kind of sits down, definitely Navajo descent, kind of sits down next to you, like nods. You do notice to her left, she has this large wooden bowl. In the firelight, you can notice pretty quickly there's a like little sheen in the inside of the bowl.
Hmm.
Each person is like spread out. It's not like next to each other.
Mhm.
You're good 5 foot from each person. Like it's spread.
Good.
And you kind of sit there for a minute until the last person sits down and Jiraiya stands. Good evening, my children. And in unison you hear, good evening, father. Good evening, father.
Bolt activities.
Yeah.
Kind of nods, looks around. Another of my blood has been brought to us tonight. Doshevan. And like gestures to you. He will be joining us for a time to learn, for he is new, and shall learn of the proper ways of our kind. He has brought with him a member of his coterie, a man by the name of Mikhail. And he gestures to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my head down.
Tonight, I will be utilizing a boon given to me earlier by Mikhail.
Yeah, I know it's
A
gonna
boon
bite
of
us in the
life.
butt.
Oh, come on. I didn't really.
A boon of life. In this, he shall grow stronger, gain protection from our family. And in such, be saved in the great calling of royalty.
Bolt activities. Cold
Bring
activities.
the bowl. And you see the woman beside you kind of brings the bowl, walks over to Jiraiya, and kind of holds it up reverently. You see him take out a hand and cut along the vein. And you see blood
Oh, I don't want to
pool
drink his
at the
blood.
bottom of the basin. As it pools, you see he almost he does not get hungry. He heals as you see the bowl is full. He reaches down and takes it from her and walks to you, Mikhail, and kneels in front of you. You see the figure, these kind of larger, broad muscles, the eyes less imposing, more those of a father. For a moment, they flicker with desire, as your sires once had. As he brings the bowl up to you. Drink and be saved.
Oh, what is this going to do to me?
It will help. I can distinguish you, and you will be saved, as many die. I do not wish for my son's coterie to burn and be lost, if I can avoid it. You must drink, for this is my boon that you have offered me.
Oh, I did not mean it that way. Well, I have no choice. I have to drink.
Yeah, you want my dad to just freaking kill you?
No, I don't. But I want to be my own man. Okay, then. This sucks. Yeah. I mean, if I refuse, I die. He's gonna kill me.
You don't know?
What if I refuse to drink your blood? I am not sure if I am exactly comfortable with this.
Not all are. It is a large ask. I agree. However, I would ask you try it, for I will be able to protect you greatly. If you will refuse, I shall reserve my boon of life debt for another time, and in that I would ask you obey.
Oh gosh.
You can obey now or you can obey later.
I don't want him tracking me. Oh, this is so freaking tough. I've invested so many points in this character into like shadowy stealth and not being tracked. And right here in front of me is something that's gonna make him able to track me at like all times, probably.
I don't know.
I don't know. I know what Mikael would say. He would totally just be like, he would totally say like, oh, like I have, like, oh, God's already gonna protect me is totally what he would say. Gosh.
What will you say in this moment?
The only protection I need is that of my God, good sir. If it is my time to pass on, then it is my time to pass on. I will let you save your boon for another time. For now, I would prefer to avoid drinking your blood. It is something I must refuse. My laws, my beliefs will not allow me to.
It's just Sarah in the bucket of blood all over again.
Probably.
I will respect your wishes as a friend with no ire. And you watch him like sit up, not spilling,
Mm-hmm.
and turn to go Shevin.
Yay, me.
Will you drink, son?
Yes.
Like over shaking my head. Oh man.
He walks to you with the bowl. You see now beginning to cool slightly. This dark vitae of vampire's blood. Different than human. Manufactured in a way. And you see he offers it to you. You see a little lip prepared for drinking.
Wow.
Drink, my son. And he lifts the bowl for you to drink.
We shall.
Um,
What do I get, Davin? What do I get?
um,
My notes.
nothing yet. You just mark one night
Mark
on your
one
character sheet somewhere.
night. I'll put it just in my notes.
Mhm.
Parentheses. Drank sire blood.
Yeah.
Sure, that's going in my notes.
Okay. Um, looks to as you finish, kind of holds up the bowl, sets it aside, turns to Mikhail. Should you ever wish to partake, my blood is freely given to all who wish for this protection.
My sire's trying to become Jesus Christ, apparently.
Yes, he
He's
is.
giving his flesh
And
and
that's
blood
why-
for protection.
And that's why I can't accept it. I'm Jewish. Yeah.
Come unto me, I have my blood and flesh, I shall protect you. I'm Jewish!
My sire's trying to
That's
become
right.
vampire Jesus Christ, and Jared's over here like, I'm Jewish.
Um,
You know I'm right.
Yes.
and
yes.
Goshevin, as you look up at your sire, you no longer see the fearsome beast that tore apart the scourge, but your sire, someone who truly is trying to help you and teach you. Someone who will protect you. Yeah. After that, he kind of sets the bowl beside his own stump, looks to the others. The scourge has fallen tonight. One of the Camarilla has fallen at my hand. We will continue to grow, find those who they seek to purge, collect them, and prepare. Those of you who are daywalkers, prepare. Prepare for war. There shall be war in this sun-blessed land. Though we may not see it, you shall. and so shall the prince. And everyone kind of roars for a moment. And then you see animals slaughtered and brought as people begin to feed off of animals.
Just need like I don't know, 15 more experience, I think.
What? To feed off animals?
Actually, I think I need like actually no, I think I need like 11. Yeah, I need 11 XP.
For what?
Animal succulents.
Mm,
Because I need my level 2
Ooh.
ability, which is going to be 10, and then I'll have 4 experience, and then I need 15 for the level 3.
Dang,
Yeah.
bro, that's kinky.
And then I'll have a lot of points in animalism.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So animalism's for. As people kind of eat and start mingling almost, the woman makes her way over to you, Mikhail.
It's the
Kind of
bison hype woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of sits down next to you. You refuse the protection of the leader. That is brave. Not many will.
Yes. I feel that this is what I must do.
Respectable. I will not push you on your own beliefs and such. Know that he truly is a spirit from the beyond. He came and overcame slavery, much hardship. There is a reason he is battle scarred.
Just more
I
reason for me to
can-
believe he's Jesus.
Yeah. I can attest to a
I'm trying to.
similar experience. Slavery of some kind. Battle scars. Perhaps I've not experienced much as him, but I have experienced something similar.
So long as you're with us, he will help. Should they arrive, the Camarilla will not help. They are weak.
I'm going to walk over and shake her hand.
She'll take it gently and shake it.
With you and shaking your hand, shaking people's
You
hands.
It's my thing
go
now.
Shevin,
I've
yes.
decided.
Okay.
You are the newest child of Jiraiya.
That is what I'm told.
Fairly fresh. You will learn. You must. You have the blood of a great man. You too may not know, but this is not the first place he has come to. He escaped northward. He came from an anarch who had turned him and fed him blood, strengthened him and used him like a dog in fighting. Rings challenged others. A man drunk with power. Jiraiya ripped his throat out, drank his blood, and grew. Killed the other fighter bits. Slaughtered the owners. And grew. And now has come here. To grow. And once again, topple the princedom. Prince Flower's son is far too passive. Or aggressive. does not accept the blood of Cain within many of us. I myself, of Clan Gangrel, but many here are far too removed. Thin bloods, as the Camarilla calls them. To us, they are opportunity, the next generation of a truly new kindred. Not removed in such, but given new capability from Cain. There is much you will learn, Gorshevan and Mikhail. I do hope that you can learn quickly. There will be many changes within both of you. And like pats you both on the shoulder. Please eat, rest. We have room for many. And she like excuses herself to leave.
Hmm.
You guys are left alone, but there's definitely eyes looking at you.
Yeah.
Like sizing you up almost.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Uh, no, okay, that's a bad idea.
What are you trying to do, Jared?
Would you consider where we are? Because we're in like a ton of like we're in like a big camp of like teepees, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you wouldn't consider like I can't remember. Are we in like a cave with teepees?
So like Mesa goes up
Yeah.
with caves in it. That's where
Yeah.
they go basically during the day. Because
Okay.
it's darker.
Yeah.
The teepees are kind of just set up as like a mini camp
Yeah.
where they can kind of hang out.
Okay.
And then there's a ton of desert.
Yeah. Okay. Dang. My level 3 blood sorcery ritual trespass will not help me here because it
What does that
requires
do?
me to using a fragment of the target building. This ritual enables you to enter said building through any narrow gaps and be perceived by any mundane being there as being part of the building. The ritual does not hide you from supernatural beings, though. So if we were in like a big like structure, I could like slip out, try to, but
You
that
could
would
slip into a teepee.
I could slip into a teepee, but that
Kind of-
would probably just look like I'm running away, and then I would get grabbed, and yeah, it's a bad idea, probably. With my unseen passage as well, since it's only like mechanical or supernatural means can detect me, does that mean like low-level vampires like can't even notice me as I move? Because they'd
Unless
have to
someone
like
has roll me a intelligence occult.
intelligence occult. Okay. Intelligence occult. That is 7.
Hmm. Headphones
So
disappearing.
quite good. Yeah. Oh, and I'm still at 2 hunger. Okay, 6 successes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
6 successes. You would know when it says supernatural means. That's basically like unless they have aspects, which is like
Mm-hmm.
the noticing thing, they probably
Yeah.
wouldn't notice you. Like unless they have something is like you can notice things happening, they
Uh-huh.
wouldn't.
And I guess I might not know this information, but the people here that would be able to do that are probably the Tremere guy and like Jiraiya. Maybe. Just because he's so high level. But the Tremere for sure. The Tremere for sure. No, okay. Okay, yeah.
I'm just
Up to you.
chilling.
Yeah,
Just so
I don't want to die, so I'm not gonna try anything. Everyone here seems too powerful that even if I did like manage to run from most of them, I think I'd be just caught and killed.
I will say, like, looking around, it doesn't look like everyone's like at Jiraiya's level. Far from it.
Yeah,
Most of these people
yeah.
are just like chilling.
Yeah, but the fact that Jiraiya and that Tremere guy are here, those two are definitely stronger than me. And the Tremere is the one who could totally notice me and probably is better blood sorcery than I. And
Up to
I don't
you.
know, can I make like an observation about him? Especially like seeing him use that blood sorcery a bit. Like I could recognize how effortless it is to him.
Yeah. What are you trying to figure out about him?
Well, I want to know if he would notice me through my unseen passage. But I also want to know that if it comes down to like, well, yeah, I want to know if he would notice me. But I also like want to know if it comes down to blood sorcery battle, who's better. Those are two things, and I if I can only do one, I'd rather notice me through my unseen passage. Maybe test his observation abilities with my cloak of shadows or something.
Roll me a wits occult.
Wits occult is 8, so
Okay.
this
And it'll
will
be versus his pool.
Oh, of course, it's versus his pool. I don't want to roll versus his pool. His pool sounds scary.
8 is still really good, though.
Yeah. I got 6 successes.
Would you like to succeed at a cost?
Ah! I have 1 willpower left. I could spend that to reroll.
It is your last willpower. I will say you will
Yes.
regain, because normally you regain it every session. How I'm running
Yeah.
it this time, after tonight, you will regain it.
After tonight. I'm going to spend it.
Your last willpower?
That's dangerous.
Yeah, I'm going to spend my last willpower. Oh,
Okay.
It deleted it. Fetch. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Let me re-roll back to 6 successes and I'll load it again.
You can just roll a
'Cause-
physical dice or online.
Just roll 3
I
online
don't have
dice.
physical dice. Yeah. Okay. Here, I'll just digitally roll. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. Let's say the last 2. Okay. And then I'm going to re-roll that, and that. 1, 2, 3. All right. So my 2 hunger die were a 6 and a 5.
You can't re-roll hunger with willpower.
Yeah, I didn't re-roll hunger. That's why I marked the 2 on the screen as my hunger dice and then redid the others. So my hunger dice were 6 and a 5, and then I had a 6, a 9, a 9, a 10, a 5, a 10, and a 2.
So how many successes total?
Is that 5 and up?
No,
I don't know how success, because
6 is a success.
is it 6 and up?
6 or
6
higher.
is success? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 successes?
So I just got 7 successes.
Okay. Because you had 2 10s, right? That's a crit.
Oh yeah, and I had 2 10s. Yeah. So I had.
So add 2 more.
So add 2 more. So I had 9 successes.
9 successes. All right.
Yeah.
With that being your last willpower, you receive a -2 dice penalty for all social and mental tests.
Oh shoot! I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until it's resolved.
Yeah, that's fine.
As you feel like the last bit of your like mental energy like leaving you, as you're like focusing.
Yeah.
Looking at him, his blood sorcery is definitely higher than yours.
Okay.
Just the way he moves it, he has more training. You could probably learn something from him, honestly.
Okay.
As far as noticing you, I will say you probably see he does have kind of looking around the camp.
Mhm.
It's really weird. They don't have any guards watching. Like nobody's like, oh, are there any mortals that are just gonna like show up? They
Oh.
seemingly have something that you would probably guess is either an Auspex ability or blood sorcery that is watching. And for a moment, I'll say with 9 successes, you see as he's
Mhm.
like fiddling with this blood, you see it almost change for a moment, and for a brief second, you see almost an outlay of the land around you.
Oh shoot.
As he like
Okay.
glances over it and then starts messing around again.
Hmm.
Also,
Yeah. So
Depending on
then.
how far you depending on how far you go, you
Mhm.
may be able to escape his range.
Okay.
But if you can't get far enough, they will notice you.
Yeah.
so what Jared thinks on that, we're still on night 2, right, of My Familius. This is still night 2.
Yes.
Okay.
It's been a very long night too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so third night is tomorrow.
Do I make the run for it? Like, what's my stealth? My stealth is 3. Not that that matters because it's magic. Oh.
Up to you.
I feel like I want to go talk to him. Yeah. I want to approach the Tremere and see if he's willing to talk.
Okay. You walk over. He kind of like looks up at you, still like fiddling,
Mhm.
and then like you see him take it and just like pour it into like this little vial. Just,
Yeah.
what can I do for you?
Hello there. I'm sorry. Remind me your name again. I apologize. I am not the best with names. I'll hold out my hand, like off my hand.
Um, dang it. Where is he?
His name is Jimothy.
No, no. Dang it.
He turns into a solar dragon.
No one will get that reference, but like me,
No,
you,
I
and
know.
Sarah when she watches this.
I
Sorry,
know.
y'all.
I know.
Dang it.
That's the joke.
That's an inside joke of all
Do you
inside
remember his
jokes.
name?
I don't remember his name. Wasn't it? I want to say Derek, but it definitely wasn't Derek.
I don't think you introduced him with a name. I'm gonna be completely
Oh,
honest.
maybe. Yeah, you might have not given him a name. That's also possible.
I thought I did.
Because he doesn't have a name, I now
I
get
don't
a
even know
bonus
the
to my
woman's
social
name.
checks with him. Oh yeah, we don't know the woman's name either.
We never got the woman's
We
name.
don't know anyone's name. Yeah.
Except for Jiraiya.
Jiraiya did use the woman's name. Indra
Yes.
is her name.
Indra, that's right.
His name is gosh darn it. I just had it.
It's Derek.
Gosh darn it.
Trust me.
Dennis.
Dennis, yes! Dennis Tremere extraordinaire.
He'll like look up at you. The
Yeah.
Thin Bloods called me Dennis.
Dennis.
We'll get
Oh,
the name later.
yeah.
I
Dennis.
gave him a name. It'll be in the recording.
Yes. Dennis. What a beautiful name.
You're Mikhail, yes?
Yes, my name is Mikael, that is correct.
Jewish in origin?
Yes, indeed.
Hmm.
You are the first here to recognize that I am Jewish.
Well, with your whole self. The accent
Well,
doesn't hurt.
It's a little racist.
fair, yes. But it is nice to run into another one here that seems to be. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but seems to be a part of a more educated crowd.
I tend to be.
Hmm.
Most of the ones around here are messing around with their own stuff, and well, there's the thin blood alchemy, but that's their whole thing.
Mhm.
New stuff. I never have been able to understand it. But
I
it's
agree.
weird.
Mhm.
Um, most of them are fighters to a degree. I've stuck with the capabilities I have, but I'm mostly intel.
Yes, I just seeing someone more akin to myself, I just couldn't help but wonder. I did not mean to pry, of course, but what has brought you here? I just could not help but find it curious.
Well, I'm here for Jiraiya. Got me out
Is
of
he
a
in?
lot of bad places.
Hmm.
Um,
It is always good to have someone like that.
mhm. He truly is the best of us. I don't know where I'd be without him. He's
Yes,
he's a good guy, and I'm surprised you didn't take the bowl. That's a kind of a big deal. He doesn't give that to everyone. Um,
yes. I perhaps it was a misjudgment on my part to refuse it then, but you can. I assume you can understand me being new to all of this around me. That if I understood correctly, being tracked by him is not something I am sure I'm ready for yet. I don't think I trust him as much. But besides
the
that, anyway, I
the blood is
sorry.
nothing
Go
about
ahead.
tracking. Um, it's
Oh,
mostly bonds you to him just a little, and it helps you kind of um if he has the capability, it binds you in a familial sense. He can find you, if need be, and when he's in the full like angry beast mode thing that he does every now and then when he has to fight someone, um, he can kind of smell if you're one of his, so that when
oh,
he's fully like wilded out, he doesn't accidentally take your head out. Um,
I see. I see.
Yeah,
Well,
it's kind of useful for those who aren't directly related to him by bloodline,
mm,
um, because it keeps you safe in the long run.
yes, yes. As you can see, I am not as quite of an expert with blood sorcery or things of these kinds as you are, and I was wondering if I could learn from you. It has been a long time since I have had the opportunity to study under a true master of such arts, and I am always looking to learn more to see how I can better help those close to me that I care about.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll I've tried with a couple of the others. If I take it you're Banu Hakeem, so you probably have some
Mhm.
relationship with blood sorcery to a degree. Um,
Yes.
I myself have practiced a lot, mostly self-taught, but I learned a lot when I was in a different place. But
Mhm.
I learned from the best, and then the best got eaten and killed. So
Oh,
now I'm the best, I guess, around, kind of. But I'm still learning, figuring things out. It helps to have a lot of resources when you need it. I'm a little
Yes.
strapped here.
Then perhaps we could pool our knowledge together. See what I know that perhaps you do not, and see what you know that perhaps I do not, and wonder if we could help each other out.
Yeah, we could do that. It might take a while. A lot of things I'm not allowed to share if they haven't, because Jiraiya keeps tabs on a lot of things I do. Because
As he should.
a lot of he like leans in real close. A lot of the people that like he didn't like, and they did a lot of blood sorcery to him. And so he kind of tries to keep it a little under wraps, but he doesn't want you going rogue, and he doesn't want to accidentally kill you if you have things that he wants. So that might help. Yeah, I assume you guys will be back.
Oh
At
yes,
least
of course.
Goshevin.
Yes, Goshevin is a student of mine, you might say. Huh?
Wait,
Yes.
he's Gangrel,
Not in
right?
blood. It's not in blood sorcery. It is more teaching him the ins and outs of being kindred. And,
well, you better teach him right.
do not worry. I have taught him only of keeping secret and surviving. I have cared little for the ins and outs of Camarilla politics. I do not care for it much myself, so anything that I can teach that is not okay with the Camarilla, I have not had much opportunity to do with him, of course, because they've been watching over us so much. But I feel a purpose to helping him, you see, and if this is where he chooses to be, then this is where I will choose to be.
Well, that's good. Easiest way to stay with your coterie is to go with your coterie and make it work. And well, if you're looking for, making things work and living and not having everything disappear, this is a good place to be. If you got people you need to get out, to bring them here secretly and make sure they are aware that if they try to turn against us into the Camarilla, that they may die. This is kind of a covert operation. You got brought here, which means to some extent you've been given information. If it spills and we find out about it, if I find out about it, you could be in trouble. Just remember that.
Yes, no, of course, I would. I want no reason to start any sort of conflict with you. You are welcoming people.
Thank you. We
I
try to be.
appreciate it. Yes. I think that is why perhaps I feel so comfortable asking if I could learn blood sorcery from you and to also share some of my own knowledge. Perhaps I figure that I could be a benefit to this operation here.
Yeah. We need blood sorcery to a degree. If you have capability in fighting, that's always nice. Because there's a lot of people who don't like us. But we deal with them as they come. Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Well, I look forward to the opportunity to learn from you.
That'll be good. You'll learn a lot. It'll probably take a minute.
That is all
Quite a
right.
while. But
We do have plenty of time after all.
Oh, absolutely. There's many,
Mhm.
many years to come.
Mhm.
I don't know how long we're gonna stay in Arizona, but we'll see. Came Northern California, moved downward, came into here. I think we're going south even further,
Mm.
Mexico area. I don't know any Spanish though, so that might get difficult. But we'll figure it out as we go.
Yes. Well, Dennis it was, yes.
Yes,
Dennis.
yeah.
Good. Good. It was good to meet you, Dennis. I might take my leave now and go speak to Koshev and make sure
Yeah, of
he's
course.
understanding of
Chill.
this happening.
Like points over at one of the caves. We have an empty one over there. If you guys need to sleep and you can't get home in time or whatever, and you just want a place to
Mm.
stay, you can chill here. Yeah.
Great, thank you. I will speak to him about if we will stay the night here. We still, I think, have time to make it home if we need to, but the offer is very much appreciated.
All right. You're probably early enough if you leave right now. But yeah, have
Right,
a
and I'll reach out.
wonderful night.
Yeah, I'll reach out to shake his hand again.
Michael.
He'll like
Michael.
take it for a moment.
Where are you?
Yeah. Just like shake it.
Heard from
Good luck with him.
Heard from the background. Michael.
I need to thank you, and I'm gonna immediately stiffly turn around and be like, "Yes, Goshevan, what is it? I'm having a nice conversation with Dennis here."
Oh, so you discovered his name. That is good. That is not what I
We
wanted
will
to talk
leave you
about.
be. We will leave you be, Dennis. Here, and I'm gonna put my hand on Goshevan's back and motion him away from from everyone.
Kind of take a step back. Okay.
Yeah. What?
Will we return to Elysium? Yes.
Would you like to?
I do not know where we are.
You do have that. Oh, I don't worry. I can find out. You do have that cougar. Was it the cougar that you were fraternizing
Yes.
with? I assume you would want to finish that fraternization, so it would be for the best that we head back. Make sure
Yes, because I
we
cannot
can find it in the same area.
track it from here.
Yes. Yes, we can head back. I assume if we leave right now, we make it back to Elysium for before the night is over.
I trust Father will understand my reason. So
Yes, of course. You tell him that you have this cougar to become friends with. I'm sure he will understand. If he asks, of course. I think Dennis seemed that it was rather okay if we just walked off, so we could just do that.
I trust they believe we will return. So I say we
Yeah.
depart.
Well, we should return, yes, but for now, I think it would be good to head back.
Then I think we depart. We take
Yeah,
our leave.
Yeah, let's just walk, just super chill.
Just like turn away and walk away.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it doesn't look like suspicious. We just
As you guys walk away, you feel somebody watching you, and for a moment you like glance over your shoulder and you see Jiraiya like looks at you for a moment.
I'm gonna wave to him.
Shevin, you see like the loving eyes of a parent that's like, "Come home soon." Mikhail, you see a predator's eyes that is, "Come home soon."
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
wave like I don't see the threatening at all and just be super casual.
Okay. He like leans down to somebody, like whispers something, and then like nods to you too as you walk off.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys have enough time to get back to Elysium.
Yes. Do we want to, if it's on the way, should we stop by where he killed the Scourge? I want to maybe pick up
It's
the
on the
Scourge's
way.
jacket. I want to pick up the Scourge's jacket, find his bike, like see whatever we can like pick up from the area.
Okay.
All right, sick.
Um,
I should have done this before we left. Gosh dang it, never mind. Yeah. All right, we'll do it next time.
What is your pool for intelligence or wits awareness?
6 with wits awareness is 6.
Okay, so you can take half and find the stuff pretty easily. You have to like dig through some trees. Got thrown pretty far, but you're able to find it.
Okay, find like his jacket
as well as
like,
the bike.
The bike, and can I find the motorcycle keys like in the jacket or something?
Yeah.
Perfect. I got a bike now, boys. Let's go.
With 0 points in drive.
And I have 0 points in drive.
What is your dex?
My dex is 3.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're probably fine.
And my academics is 3, so
I'm gonna make a character in the future that's like full motorcycle.
Has a
specialty in motorcycles. Has high dex.
You're just playing. Yeah. You're just making freaking Winter's Sire from the other game.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But like,
she was this tiny little Asian girl who had a motorcycle
and a lot of points in it.
As a lot of points in drive.
Mm-hmm.
She had like an 11 dice pool for driving a motorcycle.
Oh my gosh, you don't need that.
Yeah, it was intense.
She didn't need it, but she wanted it.
She was my personal driver for one session.
Gnarly.
Anyway.
Anyways, you can get on the bike.
Yeah, we're gonna drive.
Do you know anything about bikes?
Oh yeah, I saw the Scourge drive one. Yeah,
and we rode on the back of it.
Yeah. I have pretty good awareness and like observation, to like see what he was doing.
Bikes take a clutch though. Bikes have clutches though.
It's manual.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Dude, I'm a Jewish guy from the 1800s.
Yeah, but you have a 0
I've driven old cars with clutches, but I've totally seen a clutch before. I kind of forgot about the whole drive part.
Roll me a intelligence drive roll.
Intelligence drive. So my 3 intelligence.
Yes.
Oh,
this is
okay.
Can you figure out how to start?
2 successes.
2 successes. That's enough. You're able to start the bike.
Let's go.
It's awkward, and you almost fall off at first, and you almost crash it a couple times. But
by the end of the night,
you do manage to get it back to Elysium.
Yes, let's go.
You show up, and it's like beaten, and you see Carrie like at his car, turns to you guys.
We're on a bike.
That's
freaking messed up.
What do you mean? What's messed up about it?
I'm
wearing Scourge's leather jacket.
Like, he like walks up to you, doesn't even notice the whole like wearing his jacket. This is definitely not your like. Looks at the bike and it's got a bunch of like dents and like issues now. He's like, this thing was spotless earlier today. What did you do to it?
Well, you see, the Scourge had a bit of an accident with the beast and everything, and, scratched up his bike a little bit. So, it got bumped up. If you could fix it for him, that would be very helpful.
And you're just here with the bike and the jacket without the scourge?
Trust me, Kerry, it is a long story. Is anyone of authority at Elysium right now?
Oh yeah, Goshevin's
God is
gotten
the
off the bike and
sheriff's
walked
out.
inside.
Bunch of people.
Kagan. Okay, yeah. I will. Thank you, Kerry. I will leave the bike in your hands. I need to go speak to Kagan right now.
Give me the keys. Like snatches them from you.
Yeah.
Wait, he's gonna kill you.
He can try.
Freaking-
Yeah.
I don't say that out
He
loud.
can try.
I've already
yeah.
left. I've already left.
And I'm gonna quickly follow Goshevin into Elysium.
Okay. Walking in, it's a fairly
take the
chill
jacket
night. You do see Kagan like in the corner, like pacing. As you
Yes.
walk in, he looks at you, registers Goshevin, registers Mikhail,
No Scourge.
and then realizes there's no Scourge.
No Scourge.
And like
Can I,
walks
motion,
up to
I was
you.
gonna say motion him over.
Yeah. Goshevin, if I speak to Kagan in private, Goshevin. Could see if the feathered ones are around, or
We
whoever,
experienced
but,
the same events, and I think it's more relevant to me. I think.
He is not
Yes.
here. I am the only one of note
Okay.
here tonight.
Uh,
Please come.
Goshevin?
And like takes you to like the back office. Basically,
Yeah.
it's like a corner. Like takes you both back there and is like, "What is going on? Why are you two here? Why do you have the Scourge's jacket?"
Goshevin's gonna be super
I'm gonna
blunt. He's
take off
dead.
the jacket. Yeah. Oh, Goshevin, there are good ways.
Wait.
Yes.
What?
The Scourge is dead. He was Diablerie.
Did you kill him? What happened?
No,
Do you think we're capable
We-
of such things?
Goshevin?
Absolutely not.
I need Goshevin.
Probably not.
I need you to keep these words inside this office, Goshevin. Okay? No speaking of this to anyone outside.
I thought that was implied.
Be very
What
serious.
happened?
Good.
You were supposed to
found-
just be hunting,
We found Goshevin's sire,
right?
and he was too much for the Scourge. And in my attempts to talk him down after an initial dust up, he killed the Scourge and devoured his soul in Diablerie.
What?
I know
And,
it
like,
sounds crazy.
He like yells it. He's like,
Yes.
"You're telling me
You need.
that you went
Yes.
with the Scourge, a man sent by the prince to kill illegal vampires.
Yes.
Found him. He took the Scourge, killed him, devoured him, and then they just looked at you two and just let you go."
No. Well, luckily, Boris's skills he taught me came a little bit in handy here, and I
You
was
are
able
the
to
luckiest
down.
Jew alive.
That is kind of my thing. Look, he did not want to kill Goshevin, since Goshevin is one of his children, and
Yes,
due to my
heard that.
association with Goshevin as his part of his coterie, I was able to talk him down, and in return for an offered boon, I was able to keep my life
And your
and
head.
also find where, and my head, yes, that is important. And we were able to find out where his cell of anarchs is staying.
Anarchs. What?
That is what they
There
call
shouldn't
themselves.
be any
Anarchs.
anarchs.
I know, but That is what they called themselves. And they
I will say
act like.
they never called themselves anarchs.
I said
Oh, did they not?
I mentioned that I thought my
No.
sire was an
Oh,
anarch.
sorry. Oh, that's my bad. Okay, I thought we.
No,
I thought I
they
heard- No, they
they
just said they
actually
didn't like the Camarilla.
they once
Yeah.
mentioned they killed anarchs.
Yeah.
That's
They
where
came,
that's
they
where
came from
mentioned-
up north where the
Revise,
anarchs
revise.
rules.
They said they killed anarchs. That's right. They came from Northern California. They came from Northern California. They said they killed anarchs and said they were out to destroy Elysium, I believe, in the Camarilla.
What?
The royalty.
We need. This is
Yes,
what?
Kagan. I know
What
it is
the-
crazy, but it is
I
probably for
am
the best.
simply running from the KJB and
I am
trying
too.
to just simply hold Elysium as a place for kindred who don't know much or just don't have a place. I'm trying to just hold. I'm running a homeless shelter here. I
I
am not
know.
equipped to deal with men who kill anarchs. Wait. Uh, did he say who he was after? He was coming here?
He mentioned the prince. He mentioned Flowerson's name. So he knows who the prince
As
is.
a target or a
As a target, I believe.
history?
He mentioned killing royalty.
That's not good.
Yes.
Considering he
And
fought the Scourge and won, how bad was it?
what? Sorry.
Bad.
How bad was it?
Very.
Oh, how bad? The Scourge was
On a
holding
scale
his
of
own until he
one
got ripped in half.
on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the
This,
worst.
well, I say
I'd
the Scourge was
say
holding
a
his
9.
own. Goshevin, the Scourge
Thank
appeared
you.
to do rather.
I don't think he did anything.
All right. He cut them open at one point.
I
That was
got a
about it,
stab
and
in.
then-
That tells you a lot.
And then he got ripped in half. The Scourge was not
Alright, he
enough.
is a powerful foe.
Father
Yes.
was not
If
weakened.
we are
This
dealing
one.
with this,
This
chances.
one gangrel, of course. It's just one. From observing the rest of their camp, there was a
There's
rather
this one
powerful.
gangrel.
There was this powerful gangrel who sired Goshevin. There was a powerful Tremere, quite talented in blood sorcery, more than I, for sure. But it looked like most of everyone else there were lower gangrel who had either other children of Goshevin's sire, Joriah, and maybe other gangrel he picked up along the way. I did not not remember seeing anyone of another clan there outside of that Tremere.
Alright. Tremere and gangrel should not be too much. It is concerning. Gangrel are aggressive and very powerful. Any
Yes.
information is helpful. There may be attacks on here. I need to. You brought this to me, and far too late into the night. I will have to send
I
for
know.
much more tomorrow. Considering the Scourge will not be returning home tonight, the prince himself will be peeved. There,
Yeah.
there may be consequences. You two need to hide, before someone tries to kill you.
I might know a good place to do that.
Particularly Goshevin. Where?
Yes, Goshevin is. Yes, where do we? Sorry, Goshevin, you said you hide.
Oh, the camp, obviously.
At their camp, at the camp of the people who kill anarchs and royalty.
Are you an anarch?
That's actually not that bad.
Or
Yeah.
royalty? If that is
No,
all
that
they
is a
are
good
after.
point.
Father
Yes.
offered me
Mikhail,
protection.
These
Why not take it?
Yes.
words do not leave this room.
Of
Goshevin, close
course.
your ears. Cover them. If it comes down to it, Mikhail, we run again. We can set up at another place.
Of course. Yes. That is perhaps for the best. Perhaps go backwards to this strange cell of killers, back up to Northern California. If they have
Perhaps I do
moved,
not
they
know
will.
what they are like. You may have to warn your wife. Let her be aware.
I will let her know that there might be people after us. She will understand. She knows a little bit of the KGB issue.
Good. Good. That is good. Kind of like turns to go Shevin.
I was only plugging one ear.
Going on!
I know.
Goshevin heard, but
Goshevin-
Goshevin was plugging 2 ears because he doesn't have headset on.
Looks at Goshevin. It will be good for you to hide for it. Well, I don't know. Try to stay out of it if you can. Go where you wish, and I will try to defend you where I can. Good luck.
Yeah.
Tonight,
Please.
sleep, hide, and we will hopefully not be killed by Primogen in the morning.
Yes. Please don't get killed, Kagan. It would be a shame.
It greatly would. I would not like to die. That would be a shame.
Mhm.
Ah, he like curses in Russian and like turns around. You that you're there. What would you guys like to do?
Do I have any food?
He's like
It's
he looks like he's prepping things.
ooh, yeah.
You see him pull out a bunch of old vials.
Oh.
That you would recognize he has as blood sorcery ingredients.
Mhm.
Do I have food?
How much more time do we have in the night?
Oh, what's my hunger
You
at?
have like an hour-ish because you took
Okay,
the bike.
that's right.
Oh, actually,
Because
only have
I
one
kind of
hunger.
need to feed, and I need to get to the hospital if I'm gonna feed. So I guess we could ask Carrie to give us a ride into town. Carrie
I
could
don't know
make
if you
it.
can make it to there and then back in time.
That's true. We could sleep below the hospital in the morgue. In the basement.
You could. You could risk it.
I need to feed, so yeah.
What are you at?
What?
I'm at 2. I'm gonna go up to 3. I haven't fed all day.
Fine.
Up to you.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Here's the blood bag.
Sure, I'll take a blood
You
bag.
can't drink from the blood bag. That was a joke.
I mean, it slakes
All
half
right.
hunger for me. Oh,
You cannot
you're
drink.
right. I can.
You like try and drink,
That's-
and it is. It sucks.
Oh, that's right, because I don't have iron stomach or whatever.
Iron gullet.
Iron gullet.
Iron gullet, yeah.
Also, I wasn't
Okay.
actually saying that. I was saying it as a joke because I know you can't.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
I'm not
okay.
wasting
What
my
if I'd
good
been
blood
under?
bag. It's just an advantage.
You know what? Screw you.
It's an
It
advantage.
is okay.
It's a
What would you like to do?
3-point advantage.
You know what? Let's just What's the safest place? Where's the safest place to sleep?
Elysium.
People here might want to kill us because of what. Let's screw it. Let's do it.
Plus, all the
Just
vampires
sleep
go
in
to
here?
the same sleep and wake up at the same time as us, so we have time.
That's true. That's true. Let's just stay here and we'll go first thing in the night.
Okay. You go to sleep after an hour.
We could have also went to my cave.
Oh, well, no,
You
that's pretty
could-
far, isn't it?
It's within an hour.
Oh,
It would be
yeah, let's go to the
right at
cave.
it'd be like nearing the sunrise, but you could make it.
Let's
my,
run.
My mad
Let's
haunted
just
cave.
run.
My mad haunted cave.
Yeah, let's go to the haunted cave.
It's 100% haunted,
Alright.
and I know it's haunted.
Do you take the bike or just go?
Let's take the bike. Yeah.
Wait, Carrie
I
was
don't
gonna
want to
fix
actually
it.
be caught by the sun. Let's take the bike.
Or did
No,
Carrie fix
can
it?
fix it next time.
Did Carrie fix it?
That's true. Carrie might have fixed it quick.
Let's
Repair
see.
Carrie. Repairman Carrie. He's got good drive. He knows.
Harry, the mechanic.
Mhm.
That's more like a craft roll, I think.
2, 3,
I do have a
4, 5,
2 in
6,
science. That's true. It's like
Yeah.
craft or tech. Yeah.
He rolled. 4 successes. We'll say yeah. He's able to fix it up a little. It wasn't really broken.
Yeah. It was more just
Um,
like, some minor
yeah.
denting.
Um,
Carrie, I will
yeah?
need the bike keys back. We are going to be taking it somewhere.
He looks you up in town.
Trust me, if you need to, ask Kagan about it.
Fine.
Thank you.
I'm teaching you how to
Carrie. You're
drive
a
it,
good
though.
man, Carrie. Well, yes, that's a good idea. And I'm gonna get on the
Later.
bike. Put the leather back jacket back on. And motion for Goshevin to get on the bike.
You can get on the bike.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go off towards the cave.
Roll me a intelligence or wit drive.
Intelligence or wits drive. Okay, perfect. 4
Yes.
wits. Okay. 2 successes.
At first it like dun, and like the clutch catches and you're like dang it. And you're like sitting there in front of Carrie as he's like staring at you, and then it starts and you're able to go.
Let's go. Yeah.
And you can make it to the cave. Are you gonna try and hide the
banged up.
bike inside the cave?
There's enough room, right? Just drag it in, yeah.
I found myself a
Okay, I got
sizable
strong
cave.
gang girl.
Drag it in.
Yeah.
Dragging it.
Well, yeah, it's wheels. So you drag
Not
it
like
like
drag
a
on
bike.
its side, but like on the wheels, like wheel it in, yeah, like a bike, yeah.
Yeah, you can get it in.
Yeah. Perfect.
And you guys can sleep.
In my mad haunted
Okay.
cave.
Oh,
Okay. To note, sleeping is
night.
happening.
Oh.
So we get our willpower back. Obviously, I have aggravated damage, and one aggravated, one superficial damage.
yes. Superficial, you can roll a rouse check to heal.
Okay. Okay, that
Mm.
heals. I succeeded.
Okay. The aggravated,
You're
you
cooked.
can roll 3 rouse checks to heal.
Man, I'm glad you tanked all the damage that fight. Well, the Scourge
was
did, I
one hit.
guess.
Okay, all of those were caught except for one,
Yeah.
which I succeeded. That's a 6. That hit. I'm re-rolling it. And that's an 8. I passed all 3 rouse checks. I'm correct at Fortnite.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Nice. Bro
Cool.
heals like crazy.
Okay. That's your healing for kind of the morning. Can both of you roll me a rouse check as you awaken?
I failed that one, though. My luck had to run out somewhere.
Are you kidding me?
That's okay.
I'm not getting any hungrier.
I have a blood bag. I'm going to drink the blood bag
Nice.
first thing in the morning.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Blood bag can only bring you down to 1, but yes.
That's the point.
I'm still
As
2.
you awaken, Mikhail, you have a phone, right?
Yeah, it's for my wife.
My wife.
Yeah.
My wife, yeah. Gotta rouse the blood to use it.
You wake up and you hear your ringtone. You look at your phone, and there are 7 missed calls from your wife.
Uh-oh. Someone's sleeping on the couch.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
And you see a text from her.
Oh.
In Russian.
Oh.
In
It's not good when
a code you had taught her for emergencies only
Oh no.
that says you need to call me now.
Oh no. Frick. Okay. I'm gonna rouse the blood.
Okay?
Why do you rouse the blood?
So I can
Because you
use my
have to
phone.
use smartphones.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, this is 2006. I probably have like a flip phone,
Keypad.
right?
Yeah, it's
with
like a
actual
keypad
buttons.
with buttons. 2004, 2006.
Yeah.
You can have a flip phone. It'd be perfectly reasonable, like a BlackBerry.
Yeah, no, I probably have a,
Yeah.
I would assume I have an actual keypad phone. Yeah.
How many points in technology do you have?
0. So I need to rouse the
Okay.
blood still, probably. But I have 2 in
Probably.
science.
That's
He says it like that does something.
that doesn't help you use a phone.
And I do have 4 occult, so I am familiar
Still
with
doesn't
the
apply to a phone.
Doesn't do it.
mysterious-
You know about
Oh my God.
ghosts and ghouls and vampires, not about phones.
And money. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, rouse the
you.
blood. You're not getting hungrier.
I'll allow it. Kind of. Basically, you're rousing it to do the muscle memory of what your wife has taught you.
Yes, that's exactly right. I'm gonna call her. Yeah.
You call her, and she immediately picks up.
Okay, good. So she's not dead.
And you just hear in Russian, in like a whispered tone, "Where are you? Where are you're not at the hospital?"
Yes, I apologize. I got caught up in the. Oh gosh. Does she doesn't know about Kagan, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. That's my last one. That's the dead wife, the gone wife. That's right.
Yeah. Dead wife knows
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. I apologize. I got caught up with some. Do you remember Goshevin, that Navajo
Yes,
friend
the weird one.
met?
I.
Yes, I was helping him.
More
I was helping him
important.
out with. I know. I apologize. He needed some help with family, and I was out doing that. What's going on? What do you need? Just gonna try to
Do
brush
not
over
go
it.
home. Do not go to the hospital. We just admitted the man. He was in a uniform from home.
Oh,
He showed up. He was injured. We have him in the bay, but he had a partner who was with him who started asking weird questions Eh, I've tried to avoid him so he does not realize I am Russian. Um, the
Yes.
KGB is here. I don't know
Oh,
why. We're in America. They shouldn't be here.
well,
They have most of their identification gone. Obviously, they do not flaunt it, but the the stitching and the uniform, the green coat, I cannot deny it. It is them.
okay. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, is there anyone that can take your shift for the day?
I can try, but I do not know if I want to go home. If they are watching it, if they know already,
Yes. Oh, good point. Gosh, I'm like thinking through all
I
my old like lessons that Boris taught me. Like,
I
what do I
can
have to
try
do?
to visit. I can visit friends. I can stay somewhere else. I do
Yes.
not know if they are
Mhm.
watching me, but
Take this is yes. I'm gonna pull up my list of names. I take the kids when you have the chance to get home, and if you can be sure you are not being watched, get the kids to Rabbi Fyodor's synagogue and his place. I'm sure
all right.
he has some he has a way to keep the two of you secret. I am sure he is
I
running
will.
from
I will
a
bring
simpler
him
thing.
there. We should be safe in temple. Um. All right.
Yes,
This is all. I do not know if they are tapping phones. The Americans are, but
yeah, that is
100%.
true. We don't care about the Americans. Yes,
no. I will try to meet you there. Later
yes.
tonight. Um. Please, just be safe.
Of course, I will reach out to some old friends, see what we can do. And I will come see you as soon as I can, okay?
All right. All right.
Okay.
Stay safe. And she hangs up.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, okay. You're spooking me.
You look over and you see Goshevin like bleeding his arm to a cougar.
I have to
The
go
cougar just
find the
walked and he came
cougar.
out
What do
on
you
the
mean?
phone.
No, the
No, the
cougar's
cougar
at
came
your
too.
place.
Oh,
It
sweet.
was just like
Yeah.
outside.
Okay, I gotta roll a rouse check's worth of blood. Hold on.
Roll the rouse check.
9, let's go. I'm so good at rouse checks somehow.
Oh my
I've rolled 5
Yeah,
rouse
you
checks.
you look over and Goshevin is just bleeding.
I've rolled 5 rouse
goodness
checks,
me.
and I've passed 4 of them. In the
Oh
span
my
of like 10
gosh.
minutes in real time. I'm cracked.
Jeez.
But you have now bound your familius.
Sick, now it can also talk. I'm gonna spend the XP to make it talk.
So it's like bleeding, it's drinking, and then it turns to you, Mikhail, and just goes,
So
"Sup?"
So,
no, it doesn't. I have to make it deliver a message.
I cast Gloctopus away with this evil thing.
I cast the octopus. No. Got this big cougar now that will follow me around.
Yes, we
Epic.
need
Yeah.
that cougar to kill the KGB.
We use the cougar. I can also make animals revert to. I can also make animals fight for us. I can do stuff like that. Feral frenzy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
Um,
actually
we can
sick.
but yeah.
Okay. We need to hop on the bike and go to Elysium and hope Kagan is still there. Actually, wait, no, if
And
we
I
go
have
to
4
Elysium,
points in animalism.
the Prince or Primogen there. Fetch! Do I have Kagan's phone number in my phone? Does Kagan have a phone?
Kagan does not have a phone.
Absolutely not.
Fetch Kagan! Kagan,
It
you
only takes
failure!
just like an hour to get back to Elysium. And on the bike, less, way less.
And what if the prince or a primogen is there and wants to kill us?
I say this is a cougar, and the cougar kills them, rips their throats out.
The cougar's gonna be able to kill royalty.
Foolproof plan.
Oh yes,
Trust me.
this wild animal I found. That'll do it.
It's a bound familius, though. It can do cooler stuff, right?
So glad Jiraiya hasn't thought of that yet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh my
we
gosh,
have to go to
I can
Elysium.
dominate and put it through my thing. That's so cool.
I think we have to go to Elysium and have to try to find Kagami. Let's do that. Hop on the bike. That's what it sounds like. It's like a squeaky door.
That was really good.
I'll
Holy
say
crap.
I'll say because of your successes previously, at this point you can ride the bike. You're not good at it, and you're not fast.
Yeah.
But
But when I level up, I'll
you
put
can
that
get there.
point in drive. Yeah. Oh my
you
gosh.
can kind of bring it back to Elysium. You show up, going inside. Gugan is there. No, like the normal people.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to.
Is he there?
Yeah, Kagan's totally.
Nope.
We'll see. What
Carrie is not there.
Oh, freaking Carrie! Okay,
Is the
it's
feathered
okay.
one there?
We don't need to carry it right now. It's okay.
No.
All right, good. No one that wants to kill us. I am going
I
to
think the
go
feathered
straight to
one wants
Kagan.
kill us, but okay.
He's like busy at work. Kind of looks up at you. What is it?
And I'm going to say the Russian code that I assume we had for KGB agents showing up. And
It's like the emergency. Mostly Russian will do.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just say in Russian, KGB agents are at the hospital.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes,
Anastasia told you?
Yes, my wife called to let me know that there are 2 KGB agents at the hospital. I know it is a lot going down right now.
Why do you bring this? Why do they show up now?
They're in on it. It's a grand conspiracy against us.
They're at the hospital?
Yes, she said that one of them was wounded at the hospital.
Are
But
they
the
able
other
to
was
kill
asking
him?
questions. Yeah, this is a hospital. What are you talking about?
Yes, people die all the time in the hospital due to wounds.
That
You
is
just
true. Sadly,
heal him wrongly and let him die.
Sadly, this is a good hospital, so I'm pretty sure he's been taken care of. I did not ask them to kill a KGB agent.
That is unfortunate.
Goodness me. I can give her a call and see. I can call her again.
No. Then she is an accomplice and they are tracking your phone.
Exactly.
For
yes.
now, where is she meeting you?
I told her to wait until she could get out unseen, which I trust her to do, to get the kids and then go meet with our rabbi.
That will do. All right.
With your permission, I would like to take the Scourge's bike and go Shevin, probably. I would like him as backup. Go make sure that my family has gotten out of the hospital, out of our home, and to the rabbi. We can observe from a safe distance.
Hopefully. Perhaps.
Yes.
You see like a million things running through his head.
Yeah. I can
while you're
trespass now.
sitting there, you're like sitting there, kind of like trying to figure out, and you hear the most dramatic entrance to
Oh
Elysium.
gosh.
I know.
As you turn back and you feel the presence.
Oh,
You turn
we're cooked.
and you see Cletus Harbinger, the Primogen, who looks. Now, where is my gosh darn dog? Where is he? I haven't heard
Oh,
from him.
I'm like
I
just
have
like
jacked
sitting
it
in the
on.
corner.
Oh, Fred!
'Cause I'm-
Quick, take
Uh,
the jacket off!
Roll me a wit stealth.
Oh, fetch!
I'm not like
That's 7. Oh, frick, guys, I'm cooked! Oh, no!
one.
I was joking about... Okay, how does that... 6 successes.
Lol, 1 success.
1. Do
I'm
you
not-
want to spend willpower?
No, I'm not actually trying to hide. I'm just like sitting in the corner. I was sitting regularly in the corner, like I'm just like waiting for Jared to, or Michael to finish what the heck he's doing or whatever we're here for. And then
Can
Cletus walks in and I'm like, I'm not here.
Can I add like my my shadow stuff, like Cloak of Shadows and Passage, like my obfuscate?
Yeah.
Okay, I
You
have
just-
3 points in obfuscate, so I'll just roll 3 more d10s.
7 is
roll-
plenty. I will tell you that now.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I got a 10. And I already had 1 crit on here, so that is 8
you're
successes.
gone. You're gone.
Yeah! I freaking vanished.
Go Shevin 1 success.
Yeah, I'm not actually trying to hide. It was more like a haha funny. I'm in the corner.
Okay. Okay. Oh, how does this work?
He's gonna rip Goshevin to pieces.
Because the thing is,
Oh, boy.
he rolled a 1 on a hunger die.
I'm freaking.
So,
But he succeeds technically, right? Like, it's not a bestial failure.
well, here's the thing: he succeeds against you, but fails against.
Against Mikhail. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
So how I'm gonna do this, is he still bestial failures to a degree. He walks over, and instead of like
Oh, I'm
doing
sitting.
all this stuff,
I'm sitting next to my cougar,
He
by the way. That's like laid down
fully
next to
ignores
me.
Mikhail.
Okay, good.
He like fully ignores him, walks straight up to you, Goshevin, and she goes, "Hey, buddy."
Hello.
Where you been?
Around.
Cool.
What?
Cool.
Might have fricked around and
Um,
found out.
Yeah.
So,
Bro, you're cool.
I am good. This isn't
you,
good for
you
me.
wanna tell me what happened last night? No, the whole room is like turned towards you.
Yeah.
That depends. What do you want to know?
I want to know why you almost died. You showed up injured without the scourge.
That
We haven't heard from him,
was his fault.
and his bike's outside, and he doesn't exist. It's his fault. Where's he at?
What did say?
Michael! Wait. Did you?
No! Go Shevin, you idiot! I don't say that.
I didn't kill him.
He's.
I mean,
I didn't think you could.
Good.
Now,
I think.
okay. Who killed him? He died? He was killed? Huh?
Quite brutally. Worst thing I think I've seen in my life.
Who? Out with it.
He's literally sitting here like trying to think about how to describe this. Like how does he go about
As
this?
you're like thinking, he turns to all of the people staring. Now all of you are gonna stop looking at him because he's getting nervous. And if you don't, I'll execute all of you.
Oh my god.
And they all like turn away like forcefully.
While this is
Turns back to
going
you.
down, sorry, while this is going down, can I? Because I can move unseen passage. Can I take the leather jacket off and like hand it to Kagan, just so like it's not on me?
Slip him the jacket.
Yeah, like just slip him the jacket, so it's like, oh, it just showed up.
Kagan's gonna roll.
Oh, Kagan, don't screw this
Oh my
up.
gosh.
What did you
Oh,
roll?
He rolled
no.
so high. He
Oh,
rolled
wow.
so high.
Okay, good. He bestial
He's like
failure.
slips the jacket and then like puts it underneath his like
Yes,
table.
yes, perfect.
Um,
Okay.
my dad.
Your dad? Your sire?
That's what they called him.
Your sire killed the scourge. Eldari Justice.
In half.
Kill him in
In half.
half.
Just,
Brutally.
Just
Just with his bare hands.
worst thing I've ever seen. There's a lot of blood in the forest.
Alright. Alright, yeah. I'd imagine so. You wanna show me? You got any proof? I need to defend you somehow.
Well, it was took a left
Dark and stormy night.
and then down, and then it was by the deer, or well, it was an elk, I think.
So you can show me where it is.
I should be able to.
Good. You're gonna come with me for tonight. And you're gonna stay with me and the prince. And we're gonna figure out how in Cain's green earth did your sire, who, as far as I'm aware, 12th generation or such, Gangrel, fought to the death, killed the scourge, and then somehow you and that Jew who's somewhere
He knows you're
got
here.
out.
He just can't see.
The rest of the room is like staring at Mikhail, who's like against the wall.
Oh my gosh, just unable to be seen. Oh.
I want to know how you guys lived. All right, so we're gonna take you to court. Now, I'm gonna try and make
Oh
sure
my
you don't get executed,
I would prefer that.
but I can only promise so much. You're a fun toy, fun pet. I'd like to keep you around, but you're gonna come with me.
I got a pet too.
Looks down at the cougar.
It's a big cougar.
It is a big. It's a big 50-year-old.
Good for
woman.
you. Good for you. You have a pet to die along with.
Oh.
Come on, we're going.
I wish I could. disappear
And we'll like
sometimes.
grab you by the scruff of the neck and like lift you up and like escort you outside.
Michael, save me.
Outside you see Kerry sitting there like in his van in like the nicest t-shirt he could find
For court.
for court. He like looks over at you guys. He's like, "Hi, Mr. Primogen. Where are we going tonight? Please allow me to drive you." Cletus like looks at him.
Hi, Gary.
Make it. Hi. Cletus looks. You're gonna take us. We're going to the prince's home. I'll lead you there, and I'm gonna have to wipe your memory so you don't remember how to get there. But we're gonna go there because this needs to be dealt with.
Is my memory
Scourge has
going to be
died.
wiped?
Yes.
Oh.
And he like sits you in the back of the van. Sit here. It'll be a bit of a drive, even for
It's gonna be a
Carrie.
bumpy ride. Ooh.
I like the front.
Carrie's like, aye, permission.
Are you ready, kids? Aye, permission.
Leave me alone. I won't use the turbocharger tonight. We'll test it another night.
Who lives in a mesa under a rock?
The prince.
Cletus Harbinger.
Oh, Cletus Harbinger.
I don't know. Kagan.
And you guys leave.
Well, bye, Michael.
Sorry.
I'm going to die.
Mikhail,
What was I supposed to do?
You watched all of this happen, and he took him. He took Goshevin into Carrie's blacked out van, and now they're driving off somewhere.
I'm gonna turn back to Kagan. There's a lot going on, it seems.
Really? Couldn't grasp
Yeah.
that one.
I have to save my family from the KGB. This is all in Russian, by the way. I'm not.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything you can do?
I will try to get a word on Goshevin's sentence.
Yeah,
And
you can
hopefully
bring.
things will happen. I am going to start packing and try to do what I can to protect your family. We may be running.
Okay. Should I come with you? I would like to attempt to protect my
Meet
family
with your
as
family.
well.
I will find you at the temple.
Okay. I still have the keys to the bike. Yes, I will see you there.
All right.
And I'm gonna,
And you see
nod,
he's like
wave,
actively packing up.
yeah. I am going to run out to the bike. I'm gonna like wait like a bit, so I know that them and Carrie are gone.
You wait
And
like
then,
5 minutes and you know they're gone.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hop on the bike and I'm gonna hightail it towards town.
All right. As Kagan begins packing up, from the back of the van, Goshevin, you hear the Permission thinking and speaking aloud basically on all of the other people who will be there at the court. As you, Mikhail, ponder and think, how in the world have they found us? Have they found us? Why are they here? And as you ride to temple and to court, that is where we're on tonight's session.
Wow.
Oh, come on!
We split the party!
Split the party! And how much XP do I get?
It's just inevitable in every game of Vampire, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, the last time I
And
played,
that's what
we
he wants
split.
to know.
But of course, I
Yeah.
want to know how much XP I get. I'm at 4
XP
That's fair.
wise,
I do want to know.
I'm at 4, and I
Um,
need 15 for the next thing I want to do.
how much did I give you last week?
Like a lot, because we
He
went
was
through
only
hell.
9.
9, because we went through
Oh,
like
that's
absolute hell.
I give you 9?
Yeah, because we went
I
through.
think so. Yeah.
Because we went through. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Mikhail, you get 5. Goshevin, you get 6.
What?
for drinking the blood of your sire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I got more XP for that.
Cool. Well, what
Um,
am I gonna spend it on?
I could
That's up to
spend-
you.
Plan discipline level times 5. Should I put the 1 point in drive?
You could.
could put points in
I
drive.
actually, I
it'd
think
be
I'm
fun.
going to.
Very
I think I
thematic
will
of you.
because. Yeah. Yeah.
You got
I'm
a
gonna
vehicle
put.
now.
I do have the bike. I'm gonna put the point in drive. And that
Alright.
is 3 XP.
Oh my gosh! So he has so Jiraiya has Earth Meld. That's the Protean ability I'm looking at. He has a lot of level 3 abilities. It looks like.
Hmm.
What are you looking at?
Disciplines. What else?
I was like, how are you able to tell what he has? Yeah, he has Earth Meld and Traverse the Earth.
Hmm. Dang, it's 10 experience points into level for blood potency.
Mm-hmm.
I can make myself weightless with a Protean ability? What the heck?
And then,
Yeah.
you know, maybe I should start going down the faith advantage. Add 1 point of faith.
Wait, what?
There's advantages. That's what's one of the advantage ones, right? One of the advantages I can add.
The True Faith one?
Yeah, I looked on the wiki and there's True Faith. Yeah. Faith. Oh, is this in a
What is-
different game? Never mind. This is, I think, from a no. Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade.